Hello, it's me. Number 10. Silence of the desert stalker. It's not often that a creature will hunt other animals without making a sound. In our natural world, most hunters use sound to lure their prey or communicate with each other. Think of owls, wolves, foxes. Even spiders make noises as they spin their webs. But out in the deserts of North Africa, there lives a creature so scary that it stalks its prey in complete silence. And when it strikes, it's deadly. The Deathstalker is one of the biggest scorpions in the world. It can grow up to 8 inches long, making it bigger than most people's hands. Its pincers are massive, but its tail is what makes it truly unique. At the end of its tail, it has a stinger which can inject a lethal amount of venom into its victim. This scorpion is thought to be the most venomous in the world, although that title has been given to other species before. But no matter who takes the crown for most toxic venom, this is still one creepy-looking arachnid. It typically hunts by burrowing through sand, moving like an underwater mole, completely silent and invisible. Occasionally, it comes up to the surface to breathe, but it prefers to live underground, where it can dig at ease. When it does come up to the surface, it moves around in the dark, relying on its excellent sense of smell to find food. If it finds an animal unfortunate enough to cross its path, well, you can probably guess what happens next. The Deathstalker stabs its victim with its stinger, injecting them with toxins that can paralyze and kill them in mere minutes. Then it eats the animal carcass, completely silently. 9. Sidewinder snake. There are over 360 species of rattlesnake in the world, but none are more suited to the desert than the Sidewinder. This strange-looking reptile is perfectly adapted for life in the dunes, where it can go for months without water. It can also survive being frozen, and its scales allow it to move effortlessly through the hot sand. But its most fascinating adaptation is the way it moves. Unlike most snakes, the Sidewinder doesn't slither along the ground as it moves. Instead, it throws itself in a series of lateral undulations. That means it moves from side to side in a strange zigzag motion. When viewed from above, the snake looks like a sideways S. How exactly this helps it in the wild isn't entirely clear, but it certainly means that it has a very low center of gravity. And because of the shape of its head and body, it doesn't leave many tracks behind in the sand. When combined with its ability to blend in perfectly with the colors of the desert, this snake is almost impossible to spot. As if that wasn't enough, the Sidewinder has also learned how to strike in total silence. Snakes usually strike their prey with their fangs first, and then clamp down with their teeth. But this doesn't work well in the desert, where every little bit of noise can attract unwanted attention. So instead, the Sidewinder strikes with its whole body. It constricts its muscles all at once, causing its jaws to slam shut and its fangs to pierce the skin of its target. Then it bites down hard and swallows its prey whole. With the ability to move almost silently through the sand, strike with the force of a whip and swallow large prey. It's no wonder that the Sidewinder is one of the most successful predators in the desert. Number 8. Sand cat. If you want to see something truly terrifying, spend a night alone in the desert. You won't believe how many strange and creepy things you might see. The desert is full of dangerous animals that have evolved to hunt in the darkness. And one of the most terrifying is the sand cat. This feline looks like a mix between a house cat and a lynx. But don't be fooled by its appearance. The sand cat is a ferocious predator with a taste for blood. These cats prowl around the deserts of North Africa in the darkness, hunting small mammals like gerbils and gerbils. Their thick fur allows them to keep warm during the cold desert nights and also hides their scent from their prey. They also have a thick layer of fat that keeps them insulated from the heat during the day. They can go without drinking water for days, surviving by getting all the moisture they need from the animals they eat. They hunt like any other feline, chasing their prey until it tires, and then pouncing on it and killing it with their razor-sharp claws and teeth. But there is one thing about these cats that really makes them stand out from other felines. They meow in a completely different way. While most cats meow to communicate with humans, the sand cat makes a strange clicking sound which can carry across the desert sands. This sound is too eerie to be anything but terrifying, and hearing it in the middle of the night would surely scare anyone. Number 7. Sandfish. In the vast emptiness of the Sahara Desert, there's an ancient race of fish. It may sound unbelievable, but fish can actually survive in the desert, thanks to their ability to burrow beneath the sand and absorb water through their skin. Fish normally need water to survive, but these fish can live in sandy conditions. These amazing creatures are called sandfish, and they get their name from their elongated bodies and flattened heads, which are perfect for digging through the sand. They have also developed a special organ that enables them to extract moisture from the air. This organ is located in their gills, which are normally used for breathing underwater. But in the case of sandfish, they have evolved to use them as a way of absorbing moisture instead. How exactly this works is still a mystery to scientists, but they think that the sandfish basically sucks moisture out of the air around it. Once they've absorbed enough water, they bury themselves in the sand and wait until nightfall. That's when they leave their burrows to hunt for food. Although they do live in the desert, sandfish are still fish. They need protein to survive, and they get this by eating insects, worms, and other small animals that live in the sand. After they've had their fill, they head back to their burrows to lay eggs. 6. Cape buffalo. There are few animals in Africa that strike more fear into the hearts of humans than the Cape buffalo. Even lions avoid this creature because of its unpredictable nature. The Cape buffalo is a lot like the rhinoceros. It's huge, heavy, and extremely aggressive. Even though they live in groups, these buffalo are solitary creatures. They spend most of their time looking for food and only come together to mate or when they feel threatened. Male Cape buffalo can grow up to 9 feet long and weigh in at over 2 tons. They have massive horns that curve backwards, which they use to slash and gash at their enemies. The most terrifying part about these buffalo is their unpredictability. They can charge without warning and are known for their insane tempers. There's a reason why they're called the most dangerous animal in Africa. Each year, hundreds of people are killed by Cape buffalo, more than any other animal. They don't pick their victims and will attack anyone who enters their territory. No matter how fast you are, how good your aim is, or how prepared you think you are, there's absolutely nothing you can do if a Cape buffalo decides you're going to be its next meal. No. 5. Desert Jinn. The desert is a place of myths and legends. For centuries, stories have been told of genies living among the dunes. Genies are said to be elemental beings made of fire, water, earth, or air. Some are good and some are evil, but they are all incredibly powerful. According to legend, genies live in ornate bottles hidden in the desert. If you find one of these bottles and uncork it, the genie inside will be released and bound to serve you for 40 days. But if you let the genie go after that time, they will return to the desert and take their revenge on whoever dared to disturb them. The truth is, we don't know if genies are real or not, but many explorers who travel into the desert claim to have heard strange voices coming from nowhere. These voices seem to whisper secrets and knowledge to those who listen, but no one knows for sure if they are friendly or malicious. One thing's for sure, though, you should never enter the desert alone. There's something watching you, and it's hungry. Number 4. Ghost of Tsavo. Few people know about this story, but it may be the creepiest event that's ever happened in the history of mankind. In 1898, two railway workers were building a bridge over a dried-up riverbed in Kenya. The men had been hired by the British colonial government to help build a railroad through the country. But while working at the site of the future bridge, they stumbled upon something they didn't expect: a pair of mummified human remains. When they tried to remove the remains, they found that the bones were fused together and looked like the skeleton of a single creature. The workers were terrified and fled the site, believing they had stumbled upon the remains of a demon. The next night, they both died under mysterious circumstances. Soon after, rumors began spreading throughout the camp of a ghost haunting the area. People reported seeing a tall, thin man dressed in rags walking through the camp at night. As the weeks passed, more and more people died under mysterious circumstances. It was even said that the ghost had taken the form of a lion and was attacking people in the middle of the night. Eventually, the military had to be called in, and the ghost was driven out of the area. To this day, no one knows what this ghost was or why it attacked the workers. But it serves as a warning to anyone who dares to disturb the spirits of the dead. No. 3. Vampire squid. If you look deep into the abyss of the ocean, you will find a creature that looks like something straight out of a nightmare. This creature is called the vampire squid, and it has earned its name thanks to its habit of preying on dead animals. This squid is found in the darkest parts of the ocean, where sunlight cannot reach. And because of this, it has evolved to have large eyes that are capable of spotting even the faintest glimmer of light. This helps it to locate dead animals that are floating past, which it feeds on. The vampire squid is also able to suck the life essence out of these carcasses, hence its name. Although it's a type of squid, it doesn't swim in the traditional way, propelling itself with its tentacles. Instead, it uses webbing that connects each of its arms to glide through the water. This allows it to move strangely, like a jellyfish, and makes it seem even more alien-like. The scariest part about this squid is that it has been known to attack living animals. If a lone swimmer gets too close, the vampire squid will latch onto them and drain their life essence. Number 2. Sandworm. The desert is a harsh environment, and the animals that live there must be strong to survive. One of the toughest creatures in the desert is the sandworm, a type of nematode that can survive in extreme temperatures and even in the vacuum of space. Nematodes are already one of the most abundant animals on Earth, but sandworms are especially resilient. They can withstand temperatures as high as 122 degrees Fahrenheit and as low as -4 degrees Fahrenheit. They also don't need to eat to survive and can remain dormant for years until conditions are right for them to reproduce. It's thought that the sandworm's tough outer shell is what allows it to survive in such extreme conditions. The shell acts as a barrier, protecting the worm from both the heat and the cold. It also helps the worm to retain moisture, which is essential for survival in the desert. Although sandworms aren't poisonous or dangerous to humans, they are definitely one of the most terrifying creatures in the desert. Just imagine getting tangled up in a mass of writhing worms. Number 1. Devil scorpion. The Deathstalker may be the most venomous scorpion in the world, but it's not the only one. Another highly venomous species is the devil scorpion, a creature so terrifying that it's said to hunt and kill people. This species of scorpion is native to North Africa and the Middle East, and it gets its name from its habit of preying on snakes. Devil scorpions are known for their aggressive behavior and will attack just about anything that enters their territory. They are also incredibly fast and can chase down their prey at speeds of up to 12 miles per hour. That's faster than most people can run. Devil scorpions are nocturnal and spend their days hiding in crevices and under rocks. At night, they emerge to hunt and are known to target snakes, birds, rodents, and even camels. Their venom is incredibly potent and can cause paralysis and respiratory failure in humans. If you're ever unlucky enough to encounter a devil scorpion, run away fast because they can catch up with you in no time. Thanks for watching. Which of these desert dwellers scared you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time. Bye.